City. I'll be short. I know you all would want to hear lengthy speech. And I'll just go straight. And I know I've been given about 25 minutes. I'll just take about 7 minutes perhaps. Yang Bahagia fellow Board of Directors Genting Plantation Berhad and their spouses. Yang Bahagia Mr. Tan Kong Han, Chief Executive and Executive Director Genting Plantations Berhad, and Madam Tan. Yang berhormat dan yang bahagia Datuk-Datuk dan Datin-Datin, Senior Management Genting Plantations Berhad, the management and employees of Genting Plantations, honored guests, fellow delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Sawadee Krap, and a very warm welcome to Chiang Mai, the capital of the ancient Lana Kingdom, the second biggest city in Thailand besides Bangkok. I wonder how quickly a year goes by, and it seems not too long ago that we last met for the 36th edition of the group's management conference in Bangkok. But here we are again for the 38th edition of our group's management conference in Thailand. Throughout the years, our management conference remains just as relevant today as when it first started, and the value of this conference to our group has certainly not diminished. On 1st of January 2019, we had a reshuffle in the top hierarchy of Genting Plantation Berhad. Yang Bahagia Mr. Tan Kong Han, our former Deputy Chief Executive, and who is here present tonight, has been promoted as Chief Executive and Executive Director of Genting Plantations Berhad. We thank you, Mr. Tan, for making time to be with us tonight at the conference for this year. Ladies and gentlemen, while advances in information technology has made it easier and cheaper for us to communicate with one another nowadays, there's still simply no substitute for a good conference of this kind. This forum provides an excellent opportunity for all of us to step away from our daily routine and come together to rekindle our acquaintance and comradeship, and most importantly, to have constructive face-to-face engagement individually and collectively. I see new faces, both males and females, attending the management conference every year. This to me is a good sign that new talents are attracted to join the group as our operations continue to expand to reach and scale new horizons. It is only through such interactive platforms that we can best learn from one another through the sharing of experiences and knowledge, and at the same time, strengthening the teamwork needed in driving Genting Plantations forward. As I said earlier in my introductory remarks, I wish to welcome Mr. Tan Kong Han to the board and extend our heartiest congratulations on his appointment as our Chief Executive and Executive Director, along with Mr. Lim Kyong Hui as Deputy Chief Executive and Executive Director on 1st of January 2019. Meanwhile, Yang Bahagia Mr. Tan Sri Lim Kok Teh has taken on the role as the Deputy Chairman. Honored guests, fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, as is the customary practice for me in my conference address every year, I would like to start off with a very brief review of the business landscape and the performance of the group during the past year in not too many words. The year 2018 can only be described as a challenging year for the oil palm industry, as it was confronted by a combination of adverse elements such as the elevated palm oil inventory levels stemming from the stronger global production and muted demand amid imposition of high import duties on palm products by India, the erosion of the purchasing power of major palm oil importers arising from weakened currencies, and abundant supply of soybean, among others. All these factors caused the CPO price, as we all know, to trend steeply downwards from its peak in March at ringgit Malaysia 2,559 per metric ton to a 10-year low of ringgit Malaysia 1,700 per metric ton in November 2018, a scenario which many industry players and market analysts had not predicted at the start of the year. Hence, for us to get a more complete picture of our group's overall performance in the past year, we need to look at more than just selling prices, which is an element beyond our control. In this respect, I'm pleased to share that our group's total FFB production continued its growth trajectory and saw an increase of 11% to a new high of 2.08 million metric ton. A commendable growth of 45% was achieved by our Indonesian operations on the back of higher matured areas along with a better palm age profile. In fact, our Indonesian operations contributed about 35% to the group's FFB production in 2017, increasing to 46% in 2018. Moving ahead, it is inevitable that our Indonesian operations will become the key driver of our group's production growth, as its FFB output is beginning to match that of Malaysia's. And I certainly look forward to see our Indonesian team achieving the same standard and performance as our Malaysian operations from an efficiency and productivity perspective. We are also proud to share that our Genting Bahagia estate in Sabah has been awarded the 2018 National Excellence Award in Occupational Safety and Health, OSHA, under the plantation sector by the Department of Occupational Safety and Health, Ministry of Human Resources. This is the third time one of our group's estate has achieved the accolade, having previously been awarded to Genting Sepang Estate in 2014 and Genting Tanjung Estate in 2015 respectively. This is testament our group's resolve in pursuing operational discipline and continuous improvement above all else. If there is one point that we have never failed to reiterate at every management conference, it is the importance of constantly practicing a culture of excellence. The commitment to excellence and best-in-class practices should be upheld even during challenging times. And at the heart of this culture of excellence is none other than the Genting core values espoused by our founder, the late Tan Sri Lim Gotong. We should always be guided by the principles and the values he held dearly, namely hard work, honesty, harmony, loyalty, and compassion. The Genting core values has proven to be invaluable for the growth of the Genting Group all these years, and I would like to see it being embraced and diligently practiced by all members of the Genting Plantations team in order for us to achieve even greater heights together. Fellow colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, today we continue to face pressure on CPO prices, which have stayed below the ringgit Malaysia 2,000 per metric ton mark for most part of this year so far. And market sentiment is currently being weighed down by the rising production ahead of the peak production season, which typically starts in the second half. In such testing times, it is worth reminding ourselves that long-term fundamentals of the palm oil business have not changed and are still positive. So the journey ahead may not be smooth sailing, as we expect to be confronted by multiple of challenges. Our group will not only be unduly distracted by short-term external developments, but remain fully committed to carrying out all our strategic plans, spurred on by our undiminished confidence in the long-term prospect of our business. This year's management conference theme of digital transformative technologies and AI, artificial intelligence, aims to pick up from where we left off last year and impart to delegates the management's aspirations of elevating productivity and transforming palm oil value generation through technology and innovation. We are confident The extensive efforts being made in breaking new grounds through biotechnology and novel downstream manufacturing processes, complemented by the ongoing adoption of new technology innovations in our upstream operations, will cement our group's position in the palm oil industry. We should not be contented with what we have achieved so far, but rather strive to further embrace and improve on every frontier of our operations while displaying the noble and esteemed Genting core values. At this juncture, I wish to thank and commend the organizing committee for the hard work they have put in to make this management conference possible and providing us a much-needed platform together. I understand that committee has also lined up an interesting program for tomorrow's conference, with 3 external speakers providing their insights on the various digital transformative technologies and the use of artificial intelligence to assist us in meeting our intended objectives. And I'm sure that we will gain many valuable insights by the end of the conference. Before I end my address, it is my utmost wish to see everyone associated with Genting plantations put the Genting core values into practice, continue to excel, and work together as a team in leading our group towards achieving greater success despite the tougher external conditions. On that note, I wish you all a fruitful conference and enjoyable stay in Chiang Mai. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the evening.